and chase my dreams. I won't regret when the sun sets.
Hello YouTube and my friends from Facebook. I wasn't going to do this because I didn't think any of you really that far. I don't have any followers at the minute, but for my own sake, I thought I'll keep it going and keep on doing this, and if I can help even just one person to realise it can be done, then it might be worth it. I don't know whether we'll see much of a change, but there we go. Right now I've been doing this for about 3, maybe 4 weeks. So I don't know how much it's going to do. See, I can't really tell if it's coming down at all. It can be quite disheartening at times to think that maybe I'm not changing at all. I think at the minute it's even more so that, because I know that my wrists been hurting so badly that I can't actually lift weights. I'm having to just do cardio, which I said in the previous video, if you watched it or not, which I know most of you probably haven't, is that I absolutely hate cardio. If I breathe in, then I don't look too bad. So if I can bring some of this down to something similar to what it is like that, then it won't look too bad. But it doesn't at the minute. I've already got an alright amount of muscle there, but that's the hardship that I deal with, is the fact that because I do have a little bit of muscle there, I don't want to lose that muscle at all. I want to keep it. I want to keep most of it because I know I'm going to lose some of it. To lose weight itself will be quite easy, just eat less calories, keep an eye on what I intake or what I expel, make sure I use up less energy. That's so cool. There it is. Use up more energy than I intake, and that's all there is to it. It's easy to think to lose the weight, but to maintain the muscle mass as well is to me it's going to be a longer process than just if I was wanting just to lose the weight. Losing the weight you could probably do fairly easily. I've done it before when I went through a really bad patch in my life. That's what got us on this thing in the first place again, was the fact that I did lose a hell of a lot of weight. I mean, I went from 16 stone plus down to 13 stone within a matter of a few months, because I just wasn't eating right. I was barely eating full stop, but I was still going to work, because like I said before again, I'm a postman. I was always on my feet. So I was constantly working, constantly on the go, but still just not eating very well, and that made it very, very difficult for us to maintain any of the weight. I put in enough food literally just to keep us going. I wasn't bothered about living that much. But the only thing that really made us want to still keep on living at that time was my kids. The love of my kids. I couldn't bear to be without them. I couldn't bear to put them through that pain. That's the reason that I stuck around when everything was going what I felt pretty bad. It probably wasn't that bad for some people. I know some people were through far worse. I think that's another reason why I kept going. Plus my determination and my will to see things through. I spent a few years studying hypnotherapy, studying neurolinguistic programming, studying life coaching. So it gives us pretty much a good positive outlook on life for the vast majority of stuff, and to be able to help others. I can do that, no problem at all. It is a lot harder when you come to trying to help yourself, because you can't always take that objective viewpoint that you can when you're a coach, looking at other people's lives. This is your own life, you're feeling it, you're dealing with it. So I do understand when I talk to other people and I tell them, look, you might want to try doing this, you might want to try doing that, you might want to do those things. I can understand from a personal point of view, because I know how I have to deal with these things myself, depression and everything like that. You know, I'm going through it at the moment because of my wrist. You know, that I'm finding a lot of things really difficult compared to what I would normally find them. You know, because my wrist hurts so much. Luckily at the minute it's starting to heal. I can feel it starting to heal. I'm gonna try this week to just incorporate a bit of weights back into my regime again, see how it goes. But I'm gonna go very light, just to give my wrist that chance to get used to weights being through it again. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that, and hopefully that'll start to change a way that I've been feeling. But for me, this is going to be a long process. You know, you can do it. You've seen all these videos on YouTube, which I think something's all wrong, where they do a 6-week shred. Oh, they lose all this weight in a matter of a month or two. You know, it's not realistically thingy. Yes, it can be done. Yes, they probably did it, and they're probably sure, and it's probably the truth for them. Maybe they've been genetically gifted. Maybe they've just lost shitloads of weight and not held on to the muscle mass. I'm trying to hold on to my muscle mass, so I know mine's going to be a slower process. Yeah, I'm not seeing the progress that I would hope I would see, but that's only because I am that type of person that is, I go all out 100% and I want to see returns on that thing very quickly. And when I don't, it gets to us. You know, it really does get to us. I'm human. It might get to others the same way. I might have to deal with the same type of thing. That's why I'm giving it to you straight and being real with you all. You know, some people won't like what I say and what I do, and that's fine. You can easily walk away, click off of it. If any of you have decided to subscribe, you can unsubscribe anytime you like. You know, it's your thing. But I'm just trying to keep it real and say, look, this is how it's going for me right now. This is the hardship I'm going through. You may have to deal with it yourself, where you feel you don't want to carry on. You know, I've got to a stage where I think to myself, is it worth me carrying on doing this thing, putting myself through this thing? Is anybody going to watch these? Is anybody going to get anything out of them? And I think probably not. Yeah, I probably won't be picked up and seen, and people start thinking it. And I know a lot of me, even my Facebook friends, that have said that they wanted to follow us on this journey. You know, whenever I upload a new video to YouTube, I put a link on my Facebook page, and most of them are going, "Oh, good on you, well done, yeah, blah blah blah." But I don't think most of them even bothered going to look, because they don't realise, I think, that it shows up on my Facebook thing how many views I've had. So if they don't want to see this stuff, and you're not interested in it, that's fine, you know. But don't feign an interest, because I don't want that. If you're interested, great. And if I can help anybody to realise some of the things you're going to have to go through, that it's not going to always be easy, that even though I'm a very positive person, there's still going to be times when it's going to be hard, then that's great. That's ideal. That's what I want. I'm trying to be truthful. I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to open up, which is something that's very hard for me. You know, I don't, and I can't open up that easily to people. You know, people ask me how I am, and I just say, "Fine, I'm great. Everything's cushy," you know, because that's how I want it to be. And I'm a big believer that the more times, whatever words you use habitually, is how you will begin to be. So if you use the words "I'm okay" all the time in everyday life, that's exactly how you'll begin to be, and that's how you'll begin to feel. I try not to use those words if I can help it. I'll try and say great, super, fantastic, because that's how I want my life to be. That's how I want to feel. You know? But right now things are just that tickety-boo. They're going along. I'm dealing with issues. As if it's any person, and when they come at a time when you're trying to lose weight as well, it can be very difficult, but I'll persevere. I'll keep going. Making these videos is one of the hardest things I have to do. It really is hard for me, because it's opening up a part of me to let people see, and showing a bit of vulnerability, which I don't like doing. I don't. It's very hard. Also, what's hard is when I try and make videos for you of some of the things I eat and stuff like that, I haven't managed to do it yet, because my family's always around, and I'm very conscious of that, and I'm very conscious of them not understanding what I'm doing this for. You know, they've already said a few things, you know, what the hell are you doing? Why you keep taking pictures of your food? And I haven't even uploaded the pictures of the food. You know, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? They don't understand what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to do, and it's hard, you know. But I am going to try and enforce myself to get a bit more thing. I'm going to try and force myself to step out my comfort zone, to maybe take this thing to the gym with us, because I know the gym I'm at, I don't think he'll be too worried about having the camera there and taking video footage of myself training and what have you. You know, Steve's a really good bloke, and it's more of a hardcore style gym. There isn't a huge amount of people go there, so he's not got to worry about other people being seen on it and what have you, because most lads at Deegan, they probably wouldn't be that bothered anyway, you know, they'd probably be cooking thingy with it. So I will try and push myself, but it is just very, very hard for me, because I'm very much an introvert. I would love to be more outgoing, be a bit more like one of my YouTube favourites that I watch, which is Lex Griffin. I'd love to be a bit more like him and be a bit more outgoing and not give a fuck what anybody thinks, because I don't particularly give too much of a hoot what people think of us, but I'm an introvert. You know, I'll keep myself to myself. I stay in with. There's a lot of blokes at work. I've been a postman during the day when I'm at actually the office before I go out and do my delivery. I'm surrounded by about 150 blokes, but none of them know much about us, because I keep myself to myself and I just get on with what I'm doing. I say hi to them. Everybody knows us. You know, I know most of those by name, but they don't know me. You know, I'll keep myself to myself. I know a lot of their businesses, because they're always shouting about it and having a freaking thingy about it, and I don't. Not many people know much about me at all, and that's how I am, and that's how I keep it. You know, I spent too long getting there. I don't want to go down that avenue, because that's a long story and it's a different story and something you probably don't want to hear anyway. Let's just say that's how I'm looking now. I'm hoping that maybe you can see a difference in this, because at the minute I can't, which makes it very hard for us to keep going, but I am going to keep it going. Yeah, I have been making a lot of my foods. I just haven't videoed some of them because I'm just unsure how interested people are going to be. You know, nobody's showing too much of an interest on my Facebook page about the stuff that I'm doing, so I'm tending now just to sort of say, okay, I might make some videos, but in the end I might not. I'm hoping to push myself into it and do it, because I feel that if me opening up and showing vulnerability and showing just some things you can go through, maybe some of the elation that you'll go through later on when things do start going right, some of the bad feelings that you're going to have if it's not going right and you feel like you're not gaining, you know, you're not losing the weight, you're not showing the signs of it, you know, because a lot of these ones that you'll probably tune into on these channels are people that are already there. Maybe they've got sponsorship deals, so they've got like an abundance of money to be able to buy all this stuff. I've been lucky, the stuff that I've bought, I've been very, very lucky to be able to afford to buy it at the time. I've had a little bit of money come in, and I've utilised it to buy some of the stuff that I need to help myself out. You know, but like I've said before, you know, the stuff that I've been buying from Myprotein, it's great stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. As long as I can keep affording to buy it, I will buy from Myprotein. Yeah, same as Muscle Foods. As long as I can afford to buy it, I will keep buying me foods from Muscle Foods, because it's grade A foods. Yeah, Myprotein seems to be absolutely a great stuff. I'm really enjoying using it. I can't wait to hopefully be able to afford to buy more of this stuff when it runs out. I've been buying more stuff lately that I haven't shown on video. If anyone's interested in that, let us know, and I'll show you the stuff that I've been buying, and I'll go into what it's for. Right now, you know, I'm hoping to keep these things going for you. And I was just long-winded, it's went on for a long time, so I'm going to stop now and go and for a look at whether I can cut this back or not and take some of the stuff out of it, or maybe I'll just redo it again. Let's hope not. But thanks very much for those that are watching and those that didn't. You know, feel free to subscribe, and whenever I do update something, you'll get to see it. For those that are on Facebook that are following us, thank you. If you are genuinely interested in following me progress, then thank you very much. Yeah, I love you all. Take care. Catch you there.